All right, happy Saturday. Last night I went out in Redmond, Washington, and I got a taste of something that I really dislike about Seattle, especially in comparison with some of the smaller towns I've traveled to, right? Um, Here in the Redmond area, a lot of people believe that if you don't eat the same kind of foods they do or the same way they do, you're out, right? I have a hard time joining social events if I need to eat differently or not eat at all during the social events. And life is denominated by what and when you eat here in the Redmond area. I didn't get that vibe when I was in Wallace, Idaho, right? I never had to say no more than one time with anybody in terms of food, and people accepted it for what it was, and they realized that you had more to offer to the table than what you ate, right? In fact, what you ate was never what you offered to the table, right? I went to a Christmas festival in Wallace, Idaho. I've gone to Ellensburg on many occasions for stargazing events. In fact, I might go next week again for the lunar eclipse. I gotta check the weather. I've traveled to Taiwan as well. Taiwan is very open about using food as your medicine, right? Right now they have almost no cases of COVID-19, and I think part of the reason is because they're not shy about eating healthy, right? Here in the United States, we got a lot of people who are very shy about eating healthy for some reason. I know this because when I was working on my PhD, we would be suggesting various events, and I would make a healthy suggestion, and everybody was on board, but nobody wanted to be the first one to rock that boat. I don't know why. It's silly. That would never happen in Taiwan, and I think that's a big reason why they had a reasonable health outcome these last few years. And I'm a little bit nervous about a job interview I'm going to next week. See, right now as I'm recording this, I am 10 hours into fasting, and I feel really good. The problem is that every time I eat, I feel very heavy-hearted for at least a couple hours after eating, and I'm a little bit worried that the job interview is going to entail going to lunch, because I really do my best when I'm in my fasted state. It's like my medicine, if you will. Unfortunately, if I go to the interview and tell people that fasting is like my antidepressant, oh, that will scare people away. I can't do that, right? I thought about just saying don't really have an appetite, but can't really do that in a pandemic as well, right? 2 years ago I might have done that. Anyway, so it just forces me to have to not be my best, which is really a shame, right? You would never think about having a job interview where you force somebody to drink or to smoke some marijuana, or you get the idea, or not take their test people for antidepressants and then outright reject them for taking a legal substance, right? But for some reason, if it's with fasting or food, it's perfectly acceptable, which I do not understand why. Anyways, I think the day we finally wake up to the idea that food doesn't define who you are, I think human potential will be unleashed.